I'm about to take on gym number 6, but before I do so, there's just one thing I want to do, and that's finally give Return to Skarmory, because I think I've reached a point where Return is going to be stronger than Swift, and well, Swift's absolutely perfect accuracy isn't going to be coming in very handy anymore since I've already done the desert part. Thank freaking God for Swift in that part. Seriously, it would have been a nightmare had I not had it. And you know, I'm looking at what that guy has to say. We've had a fan of Flannery's power before, and now we got a drooling Winona fanboy. And I got to thinking that, you know, maybe, I don't know why, but male trainers are always in love with female gym leaders, but female trainers don't care one bit for male gym leaders. Well, actually, I said I don't know why. I do know why, and it's because the game was designed by guys. Remember in Celadon, the game designer mansion? Well, there was this one guy who was clearly awestruck by his awesome female characters. I'm so totally in love with Misty, and I would totally bone Erica and Sabrina, the things I would do to her in bed. Okay, so he didn't exactly say that. You even saw it in my red LP. But seriously, it's basically what he implied. And sadly, there are real people who think that way too. Don't tell me I don't want to know. I want to be able to sleep tonight, okay? Anyway, this month of May is going to be rather hectic with all the news we've had in recent days. Personally, I wasn't able to do much in terms of videos this week because it was crazy at work, but in terms of Pokemon, it's going to be equally crazy in the days to come. So I'm just going to do a quick summary of what we know about what's coming up. On May 16th, the episode of Pokémon Sunday airing at that date, well, it's going to be May 15th for the Western world, since while it's morning in Japan, it's still the previous evening in North America, and late at night in Europe. And yeah, so that's not the point. On the May 16th edition of Pokémon Sunday, they will reveal the starters for Black and White, along with some other details about the game, but nobody's gonna care about that. Everyone wants to see the starters. And I remember the day the starters were revealed for Diamond and Pearl, there was a very clear consensus that Piplup looked awesome, Turtwig was okay, and Chimchar simply sucked. And quite frankly, that's a verdict I can get behind, though I still like Turtwig a lot. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Chimchar and Monferno, but Infernape looks cool on the other hand. And in addition to that, we might find out about a brand new Pokemon next Sunday or Saturday. Oh, no. I'm not going into that again. But yeah, we might learn about a 4th Pokemon as early as this next weekend. Though it's not 100% certain, though at the end of the last episode of Pokemon Sunday, they held up a sign with, a circle with a question mark in it, so it wasn't even a silhouette or anything like that. Or, personally, I don't know what to expect for this Sunday. Maybe we're gonna get the silhouette of the starters, and then the following weekend we're actually gonna get the starters, but that's just wild speculation. So, we're gonna know about the 3 starters at the latest on May 16th, and we are possibly going to find out about a mystery 4th Pokemon before then. Oh yeah, now this is where those puzzles are starting to heat up. So I go there, this way, down here, back up here, there we go. Not that hard when you take some time to think about it. But anyway, in the meantime, there's also going to be a CoroCoro leak, as usual, probably sometime this weekend, maybe even tomorrow if we're lucky. And are those Pokemon going to be in CoroCoro? We don't know for certain, though I would not put anything past them, because we always seem to find out about the newest stuff from the CoroCoro leak rather than from Pokémon Sunday. Pokémon Sunday rarely gets to be the first to announce something to the world, so I would keep my eyes peeled for CoroCoro whenever it leaks, probably in the coming days. But if it indeed happens this weekend, then you won't hear anything from me until next week, because, as I've said a few videos ago, there's going to be a Mother Marathon at thespeedgamers.com this weekend, and we got a few more details regarding that. Phil is going to be playing the original Mother, Chugga Conroy will be playing Earthbound, and Rob, Britt, and Cameron are going to share the task of playing through the longer Mother 3. And, yeah, as I was just saying, Chugga Conroy is going to be playing Earthbound, and I'll be honest, I didn't think he'd do anything for them after that prank call the last time, because had I had that prank call, I would have been so pissed I would have probably cut all ties with them. So, it's nothing new. Chugga's a lot more patient than I am. In fact, he's got the patience of a saint in order to put up with all the crazy fanboys he has. But I'm expecting him to bring that back up somehow. Maybe through that, you know, in summers when you're supposed to enter your own name, you know, the player's name. Well, last year he put in Phil Wets His Bed after he named Jeff after Phil, and then Dr. and Donuts said at one point that, well, Jeff wets his bed, but since Jeff was called Phil, then it gave Phil Wets His Bed, so that's what he called himself as a player. That was really funny, so I'm expecting Chugga to maybe get back at them somehow. And the target this time for the donations is going to be $10,000, and an important message to my fellow Canadians: if you wanted to donate but didn't know when, well, now would be the perfect time, because the Canadian dollar's value is very high. It's about the same as a US dollar nowadays, so it will cost you less to donate the same amount in US dollars. So now is a perfect opportunity to either give more than you usually would, or, well, give the same but you know, pay less for the same amount of money, if that even makes sense. But anyway, Canadians should really donate this marathon because of, you know, the Canadian dollar's value being really high these days. So there's one last puzzle left before getting to Winona, and okay, I think I got it. Just gotta push this here, push that there, and there we go. So next time we're going to beast mode through Winona, and I'm gonna put Gardevoir as my lead because, well, she's a flying gym leader, and I'm just gonna get through her speech just so that we can at least get past the 8-minute mark to get a video with a respectable length. So next week, epic gym leader battle number 6. Yeah, something else to look forward to.